Man, I really wish I had the best trail camera in the world. Oh wait, I do. It's an Exodus trail camera, guys. Do you want one? We're gonna give one away. Simple as this. Like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and comment for extra entries. If you're a subscriber, long-term subscriber, you know the drill. You know how this works. If you're new, that's how you do it. Simple as that. We're gonna give one of these bad boys away. If you want to win, like, comment, and subscribe. Free camera? Why not?
Oh, the weather outside is pretty dang cold. It's gun season, guys. It's gun season. Man, for some of you, your gun season's a little bit earlier in November. Some of you, it's mid-November. Some of you, it's in December. And we're going to go over all of those times for each of you. So if you're a Illinois guy, if you're an Ohio guy, if you're a Iowa guy, a Wisconsin guy, a Kentucky guy, a Missouri guy, we're going to give you quick tips here, how you should be hunting during gun season to ensure that you have more success killing big bucks. This can be the best time of the year to kill big bucks, depending on where you're hunting. It could be the hardest time of the year to hunt, based off of the pressure and the amount of guys that are out hunting and all these other good things. Before we get into that, you know how this goes. And if you don't, welcome to the channel. But we are now booking, so I get some, get the housekeeping notes out of the way first, but we're booking clients right now. We travel all over the country, South Dakota, over to Ohio, down to Tennessee, and all those states in between we travel to every year to help clients out, build the ultimate deer parcel, okay? We get you hookups for food plots, how to plant, what to plant, when to plant, all the information that you need, promo codes from partners, timber stand improvement ideas, what works on your property versus what you're just seeing online and getting general ideas about, how to make money on your property, how to pull more deer off your neighbor's property. We'll go through all that. Number 2, go to the description. We got some promo codes for you. You want some sweet gear? Vortex Optics drops some sweet gear. Head over to vortexoptics.com, WLM20. Use that apparel code. It's only for apparel. If you want the actual optics, you go to eurooptic.com, also in the description. Use that code, which is WLMSVTX10, I believe. I don't know if there's an S in there or not. It's one or the other. So try them both if it doesn't work. But anyway, that code will get you money off of optics. So with that being said, let's kill some gun season bucks. Speaking of optics, you need optics for your gun, guys. Go buy a scope. You're getting a deal. Just tell your wife you got a good deal. You did. Gun season bucks. Woo! I think of 3 different gun seasons. I think of the Missouri/Kentucky and maybe some of those other time frames in mid to early November in which you should be hunting bucks, and we'll go over that one first. We'll get into the Wisconsin time frames and then the third week of November into the December time frames as well. So to begin with the state of like Kentucky or Missouri or anybody in that early season, here's what I recommend that you do to kill big bucks. A lot of times we kick back on the pressure because we put a gun in our hand and we can sit back and watch from a distance. That's fine and dandy in certain scenarios, but you might be putting yourself out of the game. Maybe you can only see 100 yards. Hell, if you can see 400 yards and you see an area that's always good during rut and you can always hunt with a bow and you can shoot to it with a gun, then yeah, come back. But what I would recommend to you, the guys who are hunting in those states that have that early opener, is I would recommend that you hunt like you have a bow in your hand. Because let's face it, this time of year is the time of year in which bucks are running rampant. They're running everywhere. They're chasing down does. It might be November 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. These bucks are breeding. I mean, this is prime rut. I mean, it's a crime that you guys get to have a gun season during this time frame of the year. So hunt like you have a bow, because the way I think about it is a lot of times during the rut, you see a lot of bucks, but you can't pull the shot off because they're moving fast, because they're a little bit out of range. So put yourself in the scenario like you have a bow. Sometimes we sit back a little bit farther because what we do is we think, oh, we got the gun, we can reach out and shoot a little bit further. But if there was ever a time to get super aggressive, it's that time, because you can get away with it. You can bump a buck one day, and if he's with a doe, he's going to be there tomorrow. Simple as that. So if you hunt like you have a bow in those early openers, use that as your tactic. There's a chance a buck might be 60, 70 yards away then, just like it is, with a week prior when you're bow hunting, but you can kill him this time. So if you're that early opener, hunt like you have a bow with a gun. Okay, number 2, let's go to the mid-season, mid-gun season guys. This is the time of the year in which scrapes kind of start to light up again, okay? If there's one thing that I would pay attention to as far as deer sign goes, let's face it, there's a lot of rubs in the woods, and unless you know that they're fresh or they weren't there last week, there's a lot of rubs. So unless you can differentiate what's fresh and what's not, it gets a little bit hard looking at rubs. But I tell you what, the scrapes start to get hit this time of year again. They're looking for almost round 2. And here's the thing, bucks will breed numerous does, guys. And sometimes numerous bucks will breed the same doe, fun fact for you. But anyway, these bucks will just keep breeding throughout that time period if they can find the does in estrus. It's not a one and done deal for them. So after they do breed those deer, you know, let's say during the time frame of that Kentucky, Missouri, Dakotas gun season, it's time to hit it for another round and go after them again. So what do? They go back to kind of seeking to a certain extent and looking for these does. It's not quite as crazy as the late October seeking or the early November seeking, but they're seeking. And so what are they doing? They're checking sign. They're checking these hubs in which a lot of deer intersect and spend time and lay down scent. Those would be scrapes. Hunt the scrapes a little bit more often this time of year, and hunt the scrapes that are close to bedding. Okay, there's a lot of scrapes in the woods, but if there's no correlating bedding, it could have been a 2 p.m. time, or even if it's near food, like on a field edge. Yeah, they could hit that scrape, and they might, depending how close the bedding is. But it all revolves around bedding. So if you can hunt scrapes close to bedding, you're gonna have a lot more luck in that middle gun opener season. Now, you guys who are hunting the late gun season, I'm envious of you because most guys don't get to hunt that prime time and kill all the bucks is what I'm getting at. But if you know how to hunt this time of year, you can have just as much success as if not more. A couple different tactics. One, pay attention to the second rut. We can still pay attention to scrapes this time of year. And if scrapes do light up, which there will be less of them, so when they do light up, it's a big deal. They're looking to breed those does that are coming into estrus during that second round. 1, they did not get bred the first round. 2, they are a doe who just met the minimum weight requirement to come into estrus, a doe fawn. So those does tend to come in and sometimes even do in January. And if you're in a state, which you probably are, in Illinois and in Iowa, where there's an imbalance in a lot of deer, not all those deer are getting bred the first round. So you get to go and you get to hunt in December, pay attention to these scrapes. When they open up, pay attention to it. Think to yourself, where's the bedding? Where's the food? Where do I need to be to kill a deer off of these scrapes? Number 2, my backup plan for you is hunting your food. It's that time of year in which maybe a lot of the does are bred, okay? Depending on your property, there could be a lot of does bred. Keep in mind that over the past month, those deer lost up to 30% of their body weight with all the traveling that they've done. And with all that traveling, obviously what happens is it takes a toll on their body and they need to recover from it. So all those late season plots that you put in, all of those soybeans and corn plots and brassica plots, rape, turnip, all that good stuff that you planted, keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe you don't hunt on the food source, but keep in mind that you want to hunt near a food source and maybe kill them in that transition again. And if we have a transition, then that means that we have bedding and we have food and you can kill him in between. If you know where he's feeding and if you know where he's bedding, there's no, it's a no-brainer to get these deer killed, especially during that time of year when they're slaves to their stomach. If you don't have that destination food source and you only know where the bedding is, I'd recommend you hug that bedding a little bit closer because there's no promise as to where that deer is going. If you have both, sit back and enjoy the ride because you're going to have a hell of a December gun season and you're going to strike when the iron's hot. A lot of guys, would kill to have that November rut time frame. But if you don't in your state, this ain't a bad time to hunt either. You're almost paying attention to that second rut, but also thinking in the back of your head, what late season tactics can I pull as well? So it's kind of a collaboration or a combination of a couple different seasons really during 1 or 2 weeks there in early December. So if you like these tips, guys, and you like free stuff, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're subscribed to our channel and you're liking and you're commenting on all of our videos, you're entered in our giveaway for free products, bows, binoculars, all kinds of good stuff. So if you want it, come get it. See you next video.